What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 24, I believe, of Outside the Brand. This is your Monday Night Raw review for your August 16th, 2021 edition of Raw. It started off okay. It did. And then as soon as the women came on, it all went downhill from there. But guys, I'm Philly Matt. You guys can follow me at Philly Matt on TikTok. I'm going to let these guys do their intros and we can get into the review for Monday Night Raw.
All right, what's up, y'all? Young Love, you know what I'm saying? This I don't know how long I can take this. I can't take this too much longer. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully I can get to SmackDown. Hopefully we can get to SummerSlam, but I'm at the end. I'm at the end of it, and we're gonna talk about it. Bro.
You already know it's a depressed Raw, so it's got to be a depressed Nick Gage intro. It's MDK all fucking day. It's Nick fucking Gage. I've been sick lately, so I mean, the sickness has been kicking my ass, but I've been feeling better today, so.
What's up, y'all? It's MJW. Open since like HW Squad. Raw sucks. 1.5 out of 5 stars. That's really all I can tell you.
Batch about the match. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Internet issues all day, but man, Raw had us in the first half. I ain't gonna lie, and then it really just started. You almost fell asleep during it. Almost like that's what Raw is starting to come to.
Oh yeah, I mean it's in the thumbnail of the video. Like the Raw Go Home show almost made me fall asleep. It did.
Shouldn't be happening.
But I mean, it shouldn't be, but it does almost every single week. I mean, I saw Loft's live for the last few minutes. It looked like he was about to fall asleep too. Really did.
Oh, pissed off. I could have taken him.
Yeah, I can just tell. By the way, I was on my live. You're on yours. I couldn't really see your entire live, but yeah, you just looked honestly pissed off at how the show went on. But I mean, let's just get right into it. We kick things off on Monday Night Raw with the Viper, Randy Orton. He starts off Monday Night Raw again this week, and he pretty much just goes on to say, all right, look, I don't need friends. Whatever Riddle was trying to be with me, I don't need it. He's a 14-time world champion, and he did this all by himself. He's still the Viper, and Monday Night Raw is his territory. Tonight, he will prove that he will beat the undefeated Force of Nature Omos, and he'll hit him with the 3 most devastating letters in all of sports entertainment, RKO. But he said RK Bro for some reason, which led to Riddle coming out. And Riddle was practically saying, all right, well, Randy, you hit me with the RKO because you wanted to teach me a lesson. Okay. Whatever lesson that was, we will never really find out. After all that happened, Styles and Omos came out saying, how about RK No instead of RK Bro, which is very original. I mean, it's not like we haven't heard that before. It's just very force-fed lines that are being spewed out every single week between these two tag teams. At the end of it, we pretty much are seeing in our first matchup on Raw, AJ Styles taking on Matt Riddle, and that's what we started off with. So I made this first segment look like a complete shit show and look like a complete joke. But honestly, it wasn't. This first segment was honestly not that bad. especially because you have Randy Orton, you have Riddle, you have AJ, and Omos is just standing there with the title on his shoulder with a 7'3" tall self. So tell me what you guys think about this entire first segment, and then we'll lead on into the first match, which was AJ versus Riddle.
It was kind of the highlight of, well, match-wise of the night for me. I enjoyed the match between them and definitely felt it was a good start to a night that I thought was definitely going to end on a much higher note instead of seeing Bill on my screen.
I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like this match was really the only good match that was on Raw, to be honest. Like, it felt like it was the only full, complete match on the show that either didn't end in disqualification or didn't end in a complete, total embarrassment. Oh.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. That was really the only highlight of the entire show that I enjoyed. And besides that, that's really it.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Wow.
I don't see it as a highlight. Y'all know I'm very annoyed with RK Bro at this point.
Yeah.
The fact that this annoyed the everlasting fuck out of me, and this was still the highlight of the show. Like, I do agree with y'all that this was the highlight of the show, but the fact this dumbass shit was the highlight of the show just showed us that I wasted 3 hours more of my life.
On a go home show, match wise, it was very sound though. But on a go home show, there should not be the highlight and the standout moment, especially when there should be some like when Bobby and Goldberg is supposedly the built up angle. It should not be. No.
The match itself, Riddle versus AJ, was great. I love that. That was great. But the segment, which is like,
the match is good.
Yeah, this is gonna be our high point. Then we're on a bad ride to the end of the show. God, it got worse.
Raw's on a bad ride into SummerSlam. It
Raw
feels like SmackDown's really on all cylinders heading into it, and Raw is just kind of there.
Yeah.
Raw is going to.
It really don't make sense how your go home show was that bad. Like,
go home show. I can't believe
go home shows are always this bad though.
Hey, but I mean,
they're usually always this bad.
If you do think about it, AEW did have a go home show not too long ago, and they fucking just completely tore the roof off the fucking building. Like, it's just, I mean, it's AEW, of course, so of course.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
But that's how it's supposed to be with WWE too, and especially on Raw. But Raw is just so bad for multiple weeks in a row that there's nobody gives a fucking shit about it anymore.
So the match, honestly, between AJ Styles and Riddle was not even really that bad. The final sequence was Riddle has a leaping knee to AJ, then an exploder suplex into turnbuckle. Riddle goes to the middle rope, hits a floating bro, but almost walks into his line of sight and distracts him. AJ grabs Riddle off the middle rope and hits him with a Styles Clash for the 1-2-3. I mean, that sequence right there to end it, I felt like was honestly a pretty good way to do it. It looked like from the top rope instead of the middle rope to me. I think it probably was the top rope because you were trying to go for the floating bro on the top rope, not usually the middle rope. But AJ was the one to win here with the Styles Clash. We haven't seen the Styles Clash in a while. I mean, usually it's the Phenomenal Forearm that ends off anything when it comes to AJ Styles matches, but this time it was the actual Styles Clash. I was just happy that the champion won here in this instance.
Yeah.
And considering that we were going to have Randy and Omos later on in the night, I'm like, all right, well, Randy was in the back because he left during the middle of the match or whatever, just because he's Randy and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But just because he left there, I knew right from the get-go that we were probably going to see Riddle in Randy's match with Omos at some point. And that is kind of what we got, but it was after the fact, and we'll get to that. But the match is good for what it was. AJ Styles did get the win. The champion actually won on Monday Night Raw, so we'll see what happens. I mean, at this point, the match for the Raw Tag Team titles was not confirmed yet, but we'll get to that as well. So, I mean, it was what it was, right, guys?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, AJ looks so good for his age. That's pretty impressive to me. I wonder how long he'll wrestle for.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I do feel like AJ might be on his last legs, and I really don't want to say that because I love AJ Styles to death.
He looks good though, but he's definitely getting to his later stages.
Yeah, he's definitely getting more towards his stale side now, unfortunately.
Makes me sad.
Yeah, it does. Because I mean, I've literally seen this guy ever since New Japan and everything. So I mean, even in his TNA days.
I've been watching him since his TNA days.
I mean, the triple threat between himself. I mean, the triple threat with himself, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe. That was like one of the first ever AJ Styles matches I've ever seen, and I mean that is, in my opinion, goes down as probably the best booked triple threat matches in TNA history.
Shit, in wrestling history.
So seeing that, seeing that as like one of my first AJ Styles matches, I mean, that's Unbreakable 2005, man. He's 44 years old. I just looked it up. The fact that he can still go at this level at the age of 44, it's great and all, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with AJ.
You know, he's still fast and very quick for, his age. Like, he still knows, what to do and when to do it. But you can just tell that, he's draining quick. So.
Yeah. So, we'll see. After this, we had a Nikki Trash interview backstage, and we were pretty much just getting the whole thing ready for Nikki Trash taking on Rhea Ripley. And of course we were going to get this because rematches galore on Monday Night Raw. We had Nikki Trash take on Rhea Ripley. Before that, when we had the entrances, of course Charlotte has to come out. Of course the Android has to be on commentary. And we have to have a sorry excuse as this right here, be on commentary and try to take the spotlight from these women, when honestly these two could be centerpieces of the show if WWE actually allows them to be, but no, of course Charlotte has to be here.
Hey,
the winner of the match was Rhea Ripley, very quickly.
So Styles said turn off the TV when Nikki Ash is on there. I was gonna say that Nikki Ash can be on my TV, but Charlotte has to be away from her.
Right, yeah. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, Rhea Ripley and Nikki, I'm just going to call her for what she is now. Nikki Cross, I am just going to say it. These two can be centerpieces of this women's division if people allow it to happen. But Rhea Ripley has lost everything that she has had ever since her NXT days. Nikki has never been the same since Sanity. And we'll get Loft back in a second. But I don't know. Like, Charlotte just never knows when to stay away. And I mean, that's just complete facts at the end of the day. It's complete facts, and no one can really dispute that. Rhea won very easily, and it's just another champion losing on Monday Night Raw. I don't get it.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
It really doesn't.
I just don't get it.
You know what I think they're preparing for?
So the ending of the match. What's up?
I think Charlotte's about to win again. SummerSlam. I ain't gonna lie.
I do think that too. I do
Oh no,
think
she is.
Charlotte is going to win it. I mean, she's
You're supposed to say
undefeated.
no, Phil.
I mean,
You're
we'll do
supposed to
our SummerSlam. No, look. Do I want Charlotte to win? Of course not. But do I see it happening? Yes, I do too. We will do our SummerSlam predictions this coming Saturday with special guest Ringside Anthony. But I mean, there you have one of the matches right there. I'm really predicting Charlotte, and I hate it. I really do. But
I mean,
we'll
she's
get to the
undefeated
predictions
at
on
SummerSlam,
Saturday.
for fuck's sake. Of course they're going to give her it.
I don't know what's going on with my internet right now, guys.
You're
But-
lagging pretty bad.
I'm still here,
you are
so
pretty bad.
yeah.
I feel you.
I mean, everything's fine. I mean, I checked my router before I even went on the live, so it's alright. But Bash, what do you think about everything that's going on here? MJ, you can chime in too if you even want to. I know you don't really like any of these women, but
I mean, man, I'm probably one of the few that doesn't mind Charlotte, but it's just outside of them three. Like, I kind of understand why they try to push her into the angle, but it's just like it really is spiting because there's really not much room for Rhea or Nikki to work with, and then outside of Charlotte, it really shows that they have nobody else to push into that women's division to really go for that title or to make it look like a legit thing. So it's like,
right.
So for me, after I watched this match, I put some thought into it, and I think even though Nikki Cross lost tonight, I think she's gonna win at SummerSlam. Based on the fact that what just happened with Ric Flair, they're gonna try to punish Charlotte, so I can see that happening. I see Nikki Cross winning at SummerSlam. This match was pretty boring. I mean, at this point, the whole show is boring. So I mean, that's really it, to be honest.
The only thing that I actually liked about this entire ordeal was after the match, Charlotte started mocking Nikki, but Trash then dives into her from ringside, tosses her into the ring. Nikki and Ripley beat the hell out of Charlotte, dumps her out the ring. They practically jumped her. I loved it. Get Charlotte out of my ring, get Charlotte off my TV. And pretty much like I said on my live, unless you're part of the NOIE family, you're expendable. Even Charlotte. So, I mean, I know she's not going to release anytime soon, Charlotte, but if she did, I would not be, you wouldn't see me crying about it. That's for sure. After that, Jinder was backstage with his cronies. I really don't care. I want him to win so bad at SummerSlam, but I know it's not happening. MVP was backstage and with Kevin Patrick trying to do an interview, but of course MVP being the complete asshole that he is, saying, "Look, Kevin, shut the hell up. I'll talk now." And he's like, "Look, last time these two were face to face, Goldberg speared me. I didn't like that, and because I didn't like that, Bob didn't like that. And when we see these two go face to face, Lashley will repay Goldberg." And as we all know, that didn't really happen. But we'll get to that. We had a 2-on-1 handicap match between Jinder's cronies and Drew McIntyre, Mr. Feeney himself. This We all knew what was going to happen. Drew McIntyre won the thing. Of course he did. Of course. Why wouldn't he? It's just another... Here, let's bury these two before we even learn one thing about them. And that was it. So, Drew won. Not surprising, right, guys?
Yeah,
It's alright, Messiah. It's okay. You're late. It's not a surprise at all.
I didn't even watch this match. I'm not even gonna lie. This match was not worth like the what 10, 15 minutes it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't watching it.
I mean, as much as I want to invest in it, because Jinder and Drew's got story, but it just Jinder doesn't, or Drew is just over pushed to me at this point now and doesn't click to me. And Jinder, I just feel they are never going to give him another proper push to where it's utilized correctly. So it's like, again, it's just all the time with Raw.
Sounds about right to me.
I mean, you guys have known how I've been feeling about Drew McIntyre for the past few months now, at this point. I don't like the way that he's been booked. I don't like the way that things have been going on with him, especially. Jinder never really had anything interest in me. Yes, these are two former 3MB. I'm getting so much shit when it comes to notifications on my computer. It's not even funny. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm plugging these headphones in so I don't have to hear that beep anymore.
All right. Shit. What was I going at?
There it is.
So
We can hear you better too.
Yeah.
So
we had, like I said, Jinder Mahal never really had any interest at all when it came to me. And do I want him to win at SummerSlam? Of course I do. But we all know Drew is going to win because it's Drew McIntyre and he's getting this random push to try to get the WWE Championship back. Even though we all know that he can't have the championship as long as Bobby is champion, but we all know that might not happen either. I just don't know. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with Drew McIntyre and this big push, even though nobody wants it. It's not. It's just not.
Why does Raw have to be so bad?
Optimal for me. Like, at this point, like, guys, you can't even disagree with me at this point anymore because you see everything that is unfolding right in front of you. It's happening, and I just don't get it. I really don't.
I don't think it's for us to get at this point. It's just the way it is now.
It's just there, yeah.
Ridiculous.
And give us that feeling that Monday Raw used to give us. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that shit? That Monday Night Raw used to be must-see television.
Yeah,
I want the more
Monday Night
SmackDown.
Raw
Guy.
used to be
Damn,
awesome.
I had to stay up late when my mom said no and watch Raw. Now it's just like
I
I'm
used to remember I
volunteering.
had to catch the commercials.
Especially back in the whole, ruthless aggression type shit too. Like I'd always, if I missed a whole Raw intro, like right when it came on TV, I'd be pissed.
Right? Or even the
Right?
commercials coming. I'm like, shoot. I'm like, the commercial just play. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm supposed to be on later tonight.
Like when they had that
Right.
that one intro with Papa Roach.
Oh man.
That shit. If I missed a one word from the intro, I was pissed. I would be throwing a fit on the floor.
And now I might catch myself just in and out, dozing off, grabbing snacks.
Now today it's like I fucking one blink and I'm fucking asleep. So
Right. Yeah.
And on a go home show, we got a full card of rematches almost. Like, oh man.
mercy.
I turn notifications off on my computer because I just can't do it anymore. So where the heck did we even go from here after that? So after the match, Veer tries to get involved, blah, 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 just saying, oh yeah, McIntyre turns into Mr. Feeney again, tells us a story, saying that Shanky was saying, oh yeah, I changed my mind, I want Drew McIntyre to win at SummerSlam, blah, blah, blah. Then we actually had a classroom session with Mr. Feeney saying, oh yeah, raise your hand if you want Jinder Mahal to win at SummerSlam. Nobody did. Everybody booed, blah, blah, blah. But I was actually cheering during that time, and I raised my hand. And then Drew McIntyre's like, all right, well, how many people does Drew McIntyre want to win at SummerSlam, blah, blah, blah. Everybody cheered their ass off. And literally every single person in that arena raised their hand. I did not see anybody, but no hand raised in the air. I was like shocked at how many people were actually trying to participate in that. It is what it is. I really could care less about this at this point. I mean, you guys see my name right there on the stream. SummerSlam, more like a summer scam at this point, because we've literally gotten so much into this already, but has it really gotten me or anybody else intrigued into anything that's been going on, especially on the Raw side? No, not really.
Bobby Lashley really the only one doing his job as a champion and actually giving me some slight of interest to the Raw side, and that's very slightly. So
yeah, but I mean, if you keep losing every single week,
that just reminded me of
really to get excited
I saw Infinite's Opinions, I think that's his name's TikTok video earlier. He was saying, does the Raw card excite you for SummerSlam? I was like, as long as RK Bro's not on the card, I'm not interested at all. So, I mean shit.
After this, we saw Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, the general managers of Raw and SmackDown, backstage, and Charlotte was pissed. She was just pissed off at this point, saying, hey, they attacked me. What the hell are you going to do? They're like, look, all right, well, you can either wait until SummerSlam this Saturday, or we can book a tag team match. Now here, I know she said this. She said no because because she doesn't play well with others. So she said no to the tag team match. She did. I heard her say that. Plain as day.
Yeah, she said it.
She said no.
She definitely did.
And she's like, well, all right then. Fine. I mean, that's pretty much what they were like, all right, fine. Because she stormed out anyway before they can even answer her back. We had a commercial break, and then we had another vignette of Elias practically saying goodbye to the Elias character. He will be gone within the next month or two. He will. This entire segment and this entire storyline saying that Elias is dead is practically saying, all right, well, Elias is dead, and you guys won't be seeing me much longer. See you later. Now, do I want somebody to lose their job in that kind of a manner? No, of course not. I don't want to see people lose their jobs. But what else is this really going to achieve? Nothing. So tell me what you guys think about that. I mean,
I'm excited for that. That's the one thing that brought me somewhat excitement, because I feel like I want them to do something with this. Will they? Probably not. But for the time being, I'm gonna try to be as.
It gives me some hope.
At this point, I'm like grasping for straws, trying to find something to be happy with. And that still intrigued the shit out of me when he threw the guitar in the fire. I was like, all right, it's not only a name change. He's about to change his whole shit. So I don't know what he's planning. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but we're gonna see what happens, man. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I'm feeling similarly to that. But it all this depends on really what that Raw creative team is planning for him and what they're gonna do with it. Because really, it feels like grasping for straws. That's a good way to put it, and that shouldn't be how Raw should feel, especially for that being their A show, as they consider it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really don't see it going anywhere. But MJ and Real One, what do you guys think about this whole Elias thing?
Stupid. That's what I think about it.
Well, yeah, but anything more on that, or just no? It's stupid.
It's just stupid. That's all I can say. It's stupid.
I feel you. That's tough. Elias was a good character too when it first came out, but then it obviously WWE just threw it out multiple times.
They did what they normally do.
Over. Yeah, he's been over. I feel like he's still over at this point, but it's just like, damn, you gonna fumble everything? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want them to be able to give Elias that creative control, but at the same time, that's the same thing that got Bray out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have creative control over something that he created. So it's like, I don't know if whatever Elias' real name is, I don't know if he created that character, but still, it still is the part he has to play every time the fucking cameras turn on. So I think he should have some say in it. And if they really mess this up again, he's gonna go to AEW or Impact or somewhere. He's gonna be a fucking megastar, and we're gonna make another podcast. And that's just the way it is at this point. Unfortunately, it's bad, man. Unfortunate.
I don't know. It's
unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
I hope he goes to SmackDown. I think SmackDown will give him a better chance. I ain't gonna lie. But
still run by the same people.
You can take his ass to main event and he'll still have a better chance there than Raw.
And that's still run by the same people too.
But you can't tell. Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, SmackDown and Raw are run by the same people, but I don't give a damn. SmackDown is still much more enjoyable because those 2 hours of SmackDown do not feel like 2 hours. They feel like 15 minutes. 3 hours of Raw feel like 6 hours of Raw. And
it's like a whole day.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that's different about SmackDown is that Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, and whoever is in the program with Roman Reigns has control of what they do for their parts of the show, and anything else is Vince and Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the only thing that's different about Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown at the end of the day is because Monday Night Raw, you don't have Paul Heyman or Roman Reigns booking anything. And then on SmackDown, you have that for their segments, and that's it. And then the rest is just up to Bruce and Vince.
You don't think
so? Really, that's it.
You know what I just realized? I realized this is the first Monday Night Raw in a very long time that made me freaking tired. I am exhausted.
I feel you, bro.
Oh yeah.
When you watch Monday Night Raw, it definitely takes your energy away. That's for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Good.
Also, I got a question. I got a question for WWE. Why the hell did you give this bitch Eva Marie a match at SummerSlam?
Hey, whoa.
We'll talk about Eva and we'll talk about all that.
Don't call her a bitch.
But up
next, you got to call her a supreme bitch.
Don't call her a bitch.
Okay, my bad. A super dog walker bitch. That's what you're talking about, right?
Oh, okay, he's wild.
Okay,
Damn, he's pissed.
Now.
People are pissed. So after that, after what we had with the whole Charlotte practically saying no because she doesn't play well with others, that's besides the point. We had let me get this right here. We had Moist TV. Moist TV.
Pause, first of all.
I don't care what
yes.
This segment sounded
yes.
disgusting. It sounded disgusting. As soon as I heard the word As soon as I heard the word moist, it sounded just disgusting, and I did not.
Hey,
No.
it's not me that named the segment, people. It's not me.
No, you
It's,
did it,
Man,
Phil.
just call it fucking water TV, bro. Fuck
It's
that.
Water
WWE.
TV.
It's a WWE TV, H2O TV.
So
Yucky.
stupid.
Out of
So
all the words, you used the word moist. Are y'all serious?
Well,
What you supposed to
Yes.
say?
Why
They
not
had-
just drip
when
TV?
you know they've had the whole moist thing going around for ages ever since these two paired up together. So John Morrison was in the ring. He was it's pretty much a Miz TV segment, but just with pool toys, and there's a little kiddie pool in the ring and everything filled with actual water and all that kind of jazz. And we're like, all right, well, here we go. Bring out the Miz. And as we all know, Miz was never injured, so he was walking perfectly fine to the ring. And Morrison was actually kind of pissed off. He was like, all right, well, first off, let's just get to the hard-hitting questions here. What's your favorite movie? And then Miz is like, well, yeah, well, obviously anything that I've done in the Marine franchise. By the way, I've seen the Marine franchise movies. Not really all that good
You
to me.
watch that?
It was not my
I
choice.
mean, that is what Morrison said. I mean, he did say it was pretty decent acting, so.
It was not
I
my
watched
choice.
that one. I didn't know. I forgot Miz did it.
It was not my choice.
Made it straight to DVD, just like yours.
Facts.
Mediocre movies
I
at
never
best.
watched it because as soon as I saw freaking Summer Rae on there,
Oh, where's Summer
Mediocre,
Rae at?
mediocre movies at best.
Or something.
Honestly, just not really good TV. Well, movie. But after that, he's like, all right, well, fine. You know, let's just get right into it. Were you faking this the entire time?
Oh.
Seriously? Like, were you faking this the entire time? And Miz is like, have I ever steered you wrong? No. Correct. And all this kind of jazz, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, have I ever faked an injury? And Morrison's like, well. And he's like, well. What do you mean, well? Have I ever done anything like that? Do you seriously think I'd ever fake an injury? And then obviously everybody was chanting yes at this point because of course he would. And he's like, of course, like I had been the I forgot what he said here. He was saying like, oh yeah, well I'm the most durable WWE superstar ever or something like that, blah blah blah. Like he's never had a
16 years
major
of wrestling.
injury. Yeah, like he's never had a major injury in his 16-year career in WWE, blah, 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 which I really don't buy. I don't.
I don't
And
know
if he's
he's
never
ever
really
had
had an
that.
injury
He wasn't really
before,
lying.
it's,
Years, because I don't think I've ever seen him actually injured.
He
I mean,
wasn't
I've
lying.
seen him have concussions and everything. I mean, it's not like he's only had this one injury and that's
Well,
it.
yeah, but like that's not a full blown injury though.
that's probably because he's always in Hollywood before. Never mind.
And Daniel Bryan said it best when he was having his feud. He wrestles soft. Like, I mean, of course he hasn't had really
That's
any
true.
major
That is
injury
true.
because he doesn't really wrestle.
He doesn't wrestle as hard as everyone else does. He's like
Right.
one of those people who would more likely cowered out of the fight. You know, he'll
Right.
take like the less bumps and he'll take the
Miz is
softer
a-
moves.
Hey,
So, I mean, at this point, as MJ was motioning, Damian Priest came out at this point, and he's like, "Hey, you know what? It looks like you were pretty much at 100% when you got up from your wheelchair and you ran your ass to the back up that ramp." And Miz is like, well, I had a shot of adrenaline or something like that, so of course I had all that energy, blah, 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 blah. Morrison's like, hey, you know what? If you have all this energy, why don't we make a match? Miz versus Damian Priest. And Damian Priest is like, that's right, Morrison. That's right. There you go. There you go. I like that. I like that. So we pretty much had a little bit of dissension between Morrison and Miz, as usual. And First of all, they are breaking up. I do want to just let everybody know they are breaking up at this point. I think they will break up at
I've
SummerSlam.
been wanting that to happen ever since Morrison came back and was with the Miz. It was just straight, immediate downhill. For
What about the
Morrison.
segment right after the match? I'm so confused.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But we had the match between Damian Priest and The Miz. Sheamus was on commentary for some strange reason. Of course he is, because, I mean, of course, Damian will face Sheamus at SummerSlam for the U.S. title. And Damian Priest won with a bro kick just to rub it in Sheamus' face. So, what did you guys think of Damian Priest and The Miz and how this whole moist TV segment went down? And we'll talk about the segment after it.
I just hope Morrison will just keep this and just turn on the Miz. I'm so done with seeing the dirt sheet. I want Morrison to actually be successful because ever since he's came back to this whole, new era of, SmackDown or Raw or whatever the hell you want to call it, all he's done is won tag team gold. That's it. Like, I would expect him to at least win mid-card title like US or the Intercontinental.
I'm sorry, everyone, but I did not expect that at all. I knew they were just gonna try to somehow pair him back up with somebody. I did not think that they were ever gonna push him to be a singles guy. Up until now, obviously, because we're trying to break him out. Of course I wanted him to, but did I really see it? No, because it's Monday Night Raw and it's WWE. Bash, what you think about this?
Yeah, I just like right here in the night is when it's kind of took the turn for the down for me. And like I really do am one that likes Miz and Morrison, but right here is where I really started to see like, okay, yeah, these guys gotta split because it's just there's nothing. The ceiling's already broke through for them as a team. As much as you hate to admit it, but there is no further that they can go as a team, and it's time just to chop that and let John Morrison grow his wings for once.
I felt like they hit their stride and their ceiling a long time ago during this comeback with Miz and Morrison. I felt like they were done. Well, I felt like they at least should have been done. I mean, before WrestleMania, honestly, like
when that zombie
I
thing
did
happened,
not.
that's when I was like, okay, I was like, Miz, it's time for Miz to go, and let's see something from Morrison. But nope, we never did.
I was done before WrestleMania, so I was like, I know we're probably gonna get this whole tag team with still Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus Miz and Morrison. So Damian Priest has been involved with Miz and Morrison
for a while.
For what seems to be ages. Like it practically ever since 2021 started.
Yeah.
Which is insane. So I don't know, Waff. I'm pretty sure you were probably pissed off at everything that was going on here.
No, I'm gonna say this. Miz and Morrison weren't good ever since when they were doing their thing with the whole "be jealous" thing when they used to say that all the time. That was the last time I actually enjoyed them being on the TV. Like when they first started teaming up. But like
that
when
was
they
like
came
back
back
in 07, 08 or something.
Yeah.
Around
that was their peak for me.
First team, yeah.
So when they came back, and it was like, all right, first of all, I'm already mad at y'all because y'all messed up John Morrison's push when he first came back, and he damn near should have been WWE champion at that time. Y'all messed up that. So you're gonna put him back together with the Miz. This whole drip shit is stupid. I don't give a what anybody says. I'm tired of hearing the word drip around me.
Oh no, yeah, I've never liked it either, dude. God, you know me by now and how I like my wrestling. This is bullshit.
And I talk to certain people about it, and I'm like, bro, they have water guns and they're squirting them at each other as grown men on a pro wrestling show. And people are sitting there
call them
like
I
what?
I don't even want to say what they call them because I don't even think that couldn't be said on YouTube.
It sounds disgusting. And people are like, oh, how's AEW number one show? Because they're not treating their what would you call us? The 20 to 40 demographic, whatever they call us. they're not treating us like we're adults. They're treating us like it's only 6-year-olds watching the show. And I know I could put my little cousin in front of this Raw show, be like, yo, watch this for a minute. He'll like, turn this off. Like, put some fucking. Like, ain't nobody want to see this shit. They
brought back.
What we would be a part of when it comes to the demographic of the whole rating system and everything, the 18 to 34 or 18 to 49, whatever age range they would actually like to put us at. But
yeah, and not it's,
okay.
It's not even.
MJ, I'm sorry. I know you're not in the 18 yet, but when you are, that's where we all would be at that point.
He's still fitting there technically because he don't like the shit either, and he's not even that young.
He would still fit in there because
what the hell are you talking about?
At the age of 15, at the age of 15, this man is more mature than I have seen anything else.
Yeah.
For when it comes to all of that. So when it comes to this demographic, they're trying to fit us into this whole 18 to 34 demographic, and that it's not appealing to any of us what Miz and Morrison are doing right now. So please get them off my TV, or at least split them apart.
And didn't they bring when they first teamed up? Like once Morrison came back, didn't they bring back that fucking B Joe shit before they brought back the fucking or before they created the drip shit or whatever? Because I tell you, once they created,
they tried, but it didn't work.
Shit, it completely fucking fell apart. It was so stupid.
They tried to bring back 07, 08 Miz and Morrison, but
right, this is a whole different fucking generation of wrestling,
man, trying to recapturing on things, and
their age,
they're out of touch, and they literally don't know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, their age and their look doesn't fucking fit in with it anymore.
Yeah, Rob was correct.
I mean, Morrison has a chia pet on his head. His hair is.
He's got drip literally shaved into the side of it.
Yeah, it's true. He does have drip literally on the side of his head.
He did have drip shaved on the side of it. But before that, he literally had a chia pet on his head. It was literally that bushy of a chia pet.
We're going to have to pay for that sponsorship.
Gotta pull up my phone, start calling that number.
Hey, chia pet. Sponsor.
I ain't calling them.
God, remember when chia pets were actually a thing? My God.
I was like fucking old.
Now I feel old as hell.
Hey, chia pets were. Them shits looked awesome. Like I always wanted one, but
I know, dude. I see the commercial. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, I need one of those. No reason.
I was honestly dancing to the song and everything.
You knew like that should take like 2 years to fucking fully develop, bro. Talking about it takes like 2 months, bro.
When that chia pet song came, on, I was dancing I was dancing up a storm when that came on. I was like, chia, just insane, loved it. But after that, Morrison and The Miz were backstage, and Miz was asking Morrison why the heck did he leave during the match, blah blah blah, because Miz wanted a water gun. I'm gonna say it's a water gun because I'm not saying the other thing.
The dripstick.
And well, now we're gonna get demonetized. Thank you guys.
Nice job,
that was 2 on point.
All your fault.
Yeah. So he was asking like, why did he leave during the match? Blah blah blah. He's like, well, look, I just wanted to let you feel how it is to be abandoned for once, and like Morrison was actually tearing up during this. Like I was like, why are you tearing up? Like, why are you crying? What's going on? Do you have some growing issues that you really need to talk about?
Trying to get his face wet.
That man had a bad childhood.
It was strange.
Pause.
No pause.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I know that.
We don't know that for sure, bro. Come on now.
Man.
But during all of this, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were in the back of them, and they were just holding a sign saying "buy our shirt" and just waving the shirt up in the air. What was that about? Like,
I look
promo.
up, like,
That's a good part.
were they supposed to be there? Or were they supposed to be there, or were they
I'm not
just
gonna lie,
at
bro.
the right place, at the right time, or something like that to do their merch? Like,
It's been so long since we saw New Day together. I completely forgot about them. I'm not gonna lie.
like
No, that
I
sounds kinda
seriously
weird,
had no idea what was happening.
That was
That's
hilarious.
raw.
I was
That's
literally
raw.
just trying to focus on Miz and Morrison, but I couldn't because the New Day were behind them. I was
That's
like, what
raw,
is
bro.
Buy
happening?
t-shirts.
Buy this shirt.
Buy the
Chaos
shirts,
and
bro. It's only like
problems.
$9.99, bro. Buy the shirts, bro.
That's a damn lie. They be talking about buy our shirts
I
for
was-
$9.99. Then you go to the WWE shop and they got the shit for $40.
They-
Bro.
Facts.
Listen.
That shit gonna kick your ass.
I was gonna
That's
say,
false
like,
advertising.
sure, it's
That
not
shit
gonna
gonna
be
be like that's like
$9.99.
$10 shipping, bro. Fuck that.
You want next day? All right, $70 damn Raw. Right to Vince.
But pretty much, if you guys were listening to Miz and Morrison, I don't know how you were because of the New Day, but if you actually were, Morrison was convinced by the Miz to put everything behind him, and they were trying to name some T-shirt ideas of their own and trying to figure out what they can do at SummerSlam. Morrison is going to turn his back on the Miz at SummerSlam. I can kind of feel it at this point.
Mm.
It's. I just want these two gone. Or at least if we don't get these two gone off my TV at this point, at least break Morrison away from Miz, and let's try something with Morrison, please, so that we can do something. I don't know.
What is Morrison gonna do? I don't take him serious like right now. At least not right now. With the
I
drip
haven't
stuff.
took him
If he
serious.
No.
gets rid of the damn
After-
drip on
after
the side
every-
of his head, he might actually be something.
After everything that Miz and Morrison have done, I don't know how you can honestly revitalize Morrison's run here in WWE. I don't know how they can do it. They're gonna try. They're gonna try their damn hardest. I know they are. But will it probably work? Most likely not, because it's WWE and they literally have no idea what to do. But that's just me. What do you guys think about anything? Because they're
Yeah,
going
I've
to
been
try
like-
their hardest. I just don't know
That's-
how they're
they
going to
will-
do it.
Morrison hasn't seen some high spots since 2010 in WWE, which sucks. But they definitely are going to try to bring him back to whatever they deem prime Morrison, but it won't work. It is way too late that he is well past a well-deserved singles push.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
MJ, there's no haircut. I didn't get a
That's what I
haircut.
was laughing. I'm like,
So
I
whatever.
thought you did.
what is MJ talking about?
I thought he did, bro.
There's no haircut. It's
I'm like, I don't think Phil's doing a
still
hair
as long as
review.
it is. It's still as long as it is. It's just.
Oh, I think I'm just probably
Um,
just blind, man. I'm probably just blind. I'm blind. Sorry.
People were asking me some weird shit in my life today, bro. I mean, people were asking
It
me
wasn't
what
me.
was on the
It was not
ceiling.
me.
It was my ceiling fan. No, I know it wasn't. But people were asking me like when I was having some food earlier on during Raw, like I had my phone just looking up at the ceiling because I didn't want people to watch me chew food. So like people were asking me like, "What the heck is on the ceiling?" I'm like, "Guys, that's just my ceiling fan. What do you mean?"
Someone said there was a bug on the ceiling, bro.
people
Someone
thought,
said there
like-
was a bug.
Bro, I call.
People
I
thought
went
there
to-
was a
I
bug on the
went
ceiling.
to-
Oh, so Phil, you didn't even
He was
share,
spamming
bro.
last
I asked
People
you for a
thought I
chicken
had
sandwich.
a Tony Khan poster on my wall.
Phil,
I swear to you
why didn't
guys, I
share,
don't.
bro?
Very funny.
Why didn't you share those Titus Catering chicken
I did.
tenders and fries, bro?
I did share him. You just weren't in the live
with
at the
me.
time.
Well, it's not
that-
my fault. Law for selling
yeah,
ice cream.
so-
Law
yeah,
for selling
because
ice
you
cream.
weren't in the live.
What the? I had got my own
Yeah,
thing
so
going
you
on.
weren't in the live.
Well, it's not my fault. Law.
Yeah, we
I heard
spamming
Law.
so
last
people
I
thought
heard
I
Law
had-
for
No, I
selling
was
ice
just
cream,
working on
bro.
some damn Alfredo talking about.
I heard Law was
Ice
selling
cream.
ice cream, bro. So I had to go
I'm
over
not
there.
selling nothing.
Yeah, so
That's
people
what I
thought I
heard.
had
I
a
heard you
Tony
were selling
Khan
stuff.
poster on my wall. I swear to you guys, I don't. People thought I
I don't do
had.
Oh, Tony Khan have a own poster of himself.
I mean, I
I
have
don't
one.
even remember what you guys were telling me in the live, but there was some pretty weird shit that like
I went to
some
Raw
pretty
the
weird
Friday
shit
only-
going
and
on.
The only question I asked Phil was what did Titus have in Titus catering today? That's all I asked. So
Yeah, and
I went to
I
Loft
said we
Live.
had a nice tenderloin steak with mashed potatoes.
Bruh.
well, I had chimichangas.
Michael Jackson, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Y'all need to chill out, bruh. Cool off my man.
Okay, that's messed up, bro.
Cool
You
off
guys
my
need to
man.
chill. See, they were trolling me all night in my life.
So first they call you Phil, whatever the other name was.
Phil Cornette.
Yeah, that one.
No. First they called me to Tony Khan at TikTok.
Yeah, they called
I
him
mean,
Tony
I can
Khan.
see it.
First
and
they
then
called
he
me to
turned
Tony Khan at
into,
TikTok.
I mean, that's
Then
kind
they
of
called me
true,
Phil
though.
Cornette, and now they're calling me M Jack. Now they're calling me M Jackson. Like, all right, guys, you guys are just trolling at this point. I love y'all, but you're
No,
awesome.
you don't.
MJF.
We had
Y'all are going to
Mace
hell.
versus Mansoor.
Woo!
We had Mace versus Mansoor. Nobody cares. We had Moose.
I forgot. that
Once
match
again,
even
I
fucking
skipped this
happened.
match.
We had Moose and
Yeah.
T-Bone. Nobody cared for this match at all.
Who won this match? I didn't even watch
It's
it.
Probably.
Mansoor
Moose.
did.
Oh wow.
Mansoor did. Yeah.
I mean, Mace,
Mainly
Mace
because
is
of an
trash, not
Ali
gonna lie.
interference. Well, no. Here's the thing. I told this in my live too when this match was happening. I wasn't even really watching the match, but I told people in the live when this was happening. Dominic Dijakovic, aka T-Bar, and Dio
T-Bar.
Madden,
AKA
who is
T.
Mace, they're
Never
actually really solid wrestlers. They are. It's just they got put into a shitty situation like this. They got put in the retribution. They literally stripped them of everything that they can do in the ring, and you get the results right here.
Wait, Phil. Dominic
Mansoor
Dijakovic.
won mainly because of Ali drop kicking.
Never mind. This is funny.
Stop.
So late, I think, a little bit.
Mansoor won because Ali drop kicked a rolling like a he had him in a leverage pin, so he had Mansoor in a leverage pin, so he drop kicks him off. Mansoor reversed it into a leverage pin of his own for the 1-2-3, and that's it. So that's how Mansoor won this thing.
Yo,
Can
why we
this
still
feud
got
be
this
over,
message
please?
highlighted?
I mean,
Yeah, no shit.
we've literally had all of this happen for no reason whatsoever. They're trying to make us have not sympathy for Mansoor and Ali, but they're trying to have us turn him into like a babyface organically, and it's not working. Like, no one really cares about these two at all, right? Right?
Yeah, no,
Please tell me I'm right.
I don't.
Please tell me I'm right. Jesus, you guys are not answering me.
I feel you.
Retribution was a flop.
You're right.
You guys are not answering me,
right,
which made me so scared.
I had to think about it for a minute. I had to think about what you said. Cause like, I feel
You guys were not answering me for the longest time, which made me
I'm
so
sorry.
scared. I'm like, please tell me I'm right.
Because I was thinking that you're right
Yeah,
to an
no, you're just
extent. I
completely
do
wrong.
care about them a little bit, but not a lot as a tag team.
How?
I don't know, man. Because I'm too nice, okay? I'm too nice. That's why.
Mansoor was only signed because of a Saudi Arabia show. I'm sorry to say that, but it's
Saudi
true.
Arabia wrestler there is at this point.
So was Jinder Mahal
And
as WWE champion.
And Ali, ever since he broke up away from Retribution, he's done nothing. So how is anybody caring about these guys?
because they look like brothers.
I mean, look,
Don't do
MJ.
that.
Here's the thing,
Don't say that.
MJ.
Come on.
I'm not gonna get in the way of people that you like and people that you don't like.
Mhm.
If you like these two, cool. I mean, that's good for you. I just don't see the appeal of these two as a team. I don't.
That's what I said. I don't like them as a team, but when they were single stars, at least not Mace. I don't care. I don't care about
I mean,
Mace
heck,
at all.
Mansoor is
but-
like somehow 50-0. I mean, Mansoor is somehow like 50-0 on 205 Live, but I mean, when it comes to the 205 Live roster, when you only have 5 guys on that roster, you're facing them 10 times a week because, hell, there's only 5 guys
Not
on that
anymore.
roster anyway.
Not
Of
anymore.
course you're going to go 50-0. Of course you're going to go 50-0.
Go off,
I
Phil.
don't know.
Go off.
I
All
don't
that
know.
anger. Just let it out.
It's
Just let it out.
how? I mean, Loff, you were answering me for a long ass time, which made me think that you were actually trying to care for these guys.
No, I'm thinking of what of like everything.
There ain't nothing to think, bro. Just fucking say what you gotta say, bro.
No, I think about everything like that because they have potential, and we all know they have potential to be something. But it's like it's
Fucking
right
wouldn't
there,
fuck 'em
but
up
they're
so
never
bad.
gonna get right there. Like it's right, they're right on the cusp of getting these guys to the point where they can be actually a respectable tag team. But first of all, their names are ass. They're booked like ass. They look weird. It's like you're not letting them do anything as far as like.
I don't see where you think they're on the cusp when they got names and look like that, and they were booked in the worst angle in 2020 in Retribution.
Dominic.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
You
'cause
are.
I saw somebody.
It's easily fixable things, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you this because
Yeah.
I saw somebody because I heard somebody say this. It was like a few days ago. It was between a few days ago and last week. They said that the promos that Mace and T-Bar give is they're good. They're actually interesting. But when you have WWE take control over it, it makes them look like complete clowns. But if you just let them do whatever it is that they have on their mind, I guarantee you it'd be 1,000 times better. And make them look more dominant.
Right. Now, Miles, here's the thing. Like he thought that they canceled 205 Live. They were on the cusp of doing that.
Believe me, bro.
They were. But they still only have 5 guys on that roster, which honestly at that point you should just cancel the show and then have those 5 guys show up on a Raw or
Hey.
SmackDown whenever because hell,
But
there's only
but
5
to be
guys.
fair,
I mean, you can just put any of them on the roster.
And that
to be
fucking
fair,
recent.
I
and
don't
that
know why they
recent-
haven't
Live-
done it yet.
To be fair, 205 Live wasn't canceled. They just started putting people who are.
I mean,
like
I never watched a
300,
single
400 pounds
episode of that show
on
anyway.
205 Live. So, like Phil was mad that they put the 300-pounder dude.
I mean, I never
on
even
205
watched a
Live.
single episode of 205 Live
because you
anyway.
have to be
So
205
what's
or lower.
so what was the point?
I mean, we all know. I'm pretty sure we all know that after.
Yeah, 205
what,
Live was supposed to be for cruiserweights
2018.
205 pounds or under. But yet we still have guys that are. I mean, I think we even saw
Fucking
Bronson
340
Reed when he was
still
still
in
in the
the fucking
company
ring.
on 205 Live at one point. I know we saw Odyssey Jones there at one point too. So it makes no sense.
I was there. I
I don't
wrestled.
know.
What the fuck is Odyssey Jones doing on 205 Live?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the same question we
Exactly.
had.
I mean, that's.
we all
that-
had.
I mean,
It
that
doesn't
was
make
the
any
entire.
sense.
I mean, that
Because I
was the
guarantee you he
entire
wasn't
thing.
205 pounds then.
So-
Imagine the Big Show on 205 Live. Wow.
Nah, see,
No.
that's just a whole lie, bro. You just wrestling it.
He probably
just
was
lying
there
to
at
me,
some
bro.
point before he got released by WWE.
Well,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you.
So,
When Buddy Murphy was on 205
after
Live,
that-
that was interesting.
Yes. Like 205 Live, the last.
I
good
never watched a
parts of it
single
was when-
episode of the show.
I would say Drew Gulak was champion. That's when it was good, and that was it. That was really it, to be honest.
Drew Gulak was champion.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Drew
Drew?
Gulak was champion.
Yeah, Drew
Gulak was
Gulak
champion. You
and
don't
Tony
remember
Nese.
that?
Tony Nese was champion too.
Because remember fucking.
No, I know
Drew
Tony
Gulak
Nese, but
had
Drew
that-
Gulak was champion.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
a triple threat between Akira Tozawa, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak, and Drew Gulak won the title. and then carried it on that pay-per-view where he retained it.
When the heck was this?
This was like 2019.
When the heck
2018.
was this?
2018.
That's
Yep,
ridiculous.
2018. Yep.
2018.
This is right before he moved to
Dear
SmackDown. So
God, what does 2018
Yeah.
come to?
I think
What is
Oh,
WWE
God,
fucking-
yes.
fucking shut it down, bro.
That
Yo,
must have been-
Phil, show us your
I mean, that
haircut.
must have been a shit. I mean, that must have been a shit show right there. That
I
must
don't
have been
know.
a
I mean,
shit
people
show
like
right there
him.
because
he
I've
was a
never
good
seen a
champion.
He
single
got a pretty
episode of
big pop for
205
becoming
Live.
champion.
But Phil, he was a good champion though. To be fair, he's a pretty good champion.
I don't care what Drew Gulak is doing. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
did get a pretty
Obviously
big
not,
pop
because
for
I don't
winning that
remember a
title.
single thing. Obviously not,
Phil,
because I
do
don't
a
remember a
flip.
single thing from that. How?
Do a flip.
I can't. I can't do a flip. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't do a flip.
What?
The point is, I never watched a single.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh God. So he went backstage. But point is, I never watched a single episode of 205 Live. Not really interested in me whatsoever. And yeah, so if 205 Live gets canceled, oh well. Randy Orton takes on Omos next, and winner by disqualification was Randy Orton, so there's Omos's first loss in WWE. Good job, AJ. It cost him his first loss. I mean, this was really short. Of course it was.
Hey, Randy
Why?
got fucking. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like Randy got fucking completely destroyed within that match. But I mean, with Randy coming on top, I mean, it is what it is at that point. But I mean, I'd be lucky. It'd be lucky if they even call it his first loss because it wasn't by pinfall. So
Yeah.
Still a loss. To be fair, they're probably gonna say he's never been pinned or submitted. That's what they're gonna say from now on.
yeah, and that's what they're gonna say now. He's never.
Oh
been
yeah,
pinned or
they're gonna
submitted.
say it like that just so that.
Like I mean, Rusev
him
when
seem like
he
he's still
was
undefeated.
undefeated, they said Rusev lost the match by DQ in count out, but they kept saying he never lost by pin or submission. So yeah,
Yeah. Until that WrestleMania with Cena.
Super Cena. Yep.
So
Yeah.
and well, it's usually always Super Cena that ends undefeated streaks, but that's just how he is.
I mean,
I'm not
Never mind.
throwing
He's gonna
shade.
end
I'm
the
not
top
throwing
of his
shade.
undefeated
That's just
streak.
usually how it is.
1, 2,
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade.
three.
That's usually
He's
how it
gonna
is.
jump over that barricade. He's gonna run out of a Legends
Phil,
Game.
show us your new haircut, man.
He
I
might
know you
even
got
tell
one.
to kiss goodbye.
There is no new haircut.
I know you
No
got
new
one.
haircut. None.
Stop lying.
Get that through
Stay
your
lying
thick
to MJ.
skull.
By the
Yeah.
Shield.
Yeah,
Almost
so-
ruined Seth Rollins. Randy
Get that through your thick skull.
Oh wait, that's not Phil. It was Love who has a haircut. Never mind, I'm tripping.
What?
Oh, you don't? No, it's not you either.
They-
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker, you're calling out the wrong guy.
Nah, he was talking about Batch. Wait, nah, he was talking about Saul.
Motherfucker.
Miles, I do not do those stuff
So-
anymore.
You ain't gonna see me with the haircut, bro. Fuck all that. My hair's too long for all that.
So
I said the same
after
thing.
the match,
Look at
guys,
me now.
Styles was arguing with the referee about, oh yeah, well I didn't do shit, so why the hell did you call us a disqualification? Blah blah blah. Omos was kicking the crap out of Randy at this point. Let's just be real. He threw him over the barricade where Randy's arm actually got caught in a steel chair. I had no idea how that happened. I
know
thought
that.
like he snapped something. I
First of
was
all, why
like,
is
wait,
there a steel chair there anyway?
What?
Security team.
Yeah.
well, no, it was supposed to
Security
be
can sit there, but
somebody
never
so
did.
that they can sit down. That was one of the actual chairs.
That's
on the
normally where
floor
security
level.
would sit down at because that way no one can hop the barricade.
Yeah. Yeah. So for some reason, obviously the security guard was up at the time, probably just trying to keep people away from Randy when he got thrown over the
You
barricade.
don't pay to sit
And-
down. You pay you to protect the wrestlers, even though they can protect themselves. Whatever.
Yeah, he was holding the fans back, obviously, or something. I don't know. We didn't even see a security guard.
Exactly. We didn't even see
But
one.
after all of that, Riddle does come down and takes care of AJ, and he was pretty much saying, "Oh yeah, Omos, come on, get in here. I want you want some to smoke? Come on, let's get in there." And Omos was angry, but he was more angry at himself and everything. He was just yelling at himself, he was just pissed off, saying, "God damn it! How the heck did this guy get the better out of both of us?" So he just holds AJ over his shoulder and just walks away. Riddle offers to help Randy up, and Randy accepts it. Randy accepted the help of Riddle, and we got RK Bro chants coming out of everybody in the arena. Randy says that respect isn't handed out, he needs to earn it. He respected him in the past, but that doesn't mean that he respects him today. But after everything that he's done, Riddle keeps having his back. So guess what? He's got the respect that he deserves. And the fans absolutely erupted. They erupted. Orton says RK Bro is back, hugs Riddle, which shocked the living crap out of me because Randy Orton hugging voluntarily? That rarely happens. Riddle says Randy makes him so happy. Randy did not like that line at all. He's like, bro.
But that
calm
sounded
down.
really weird, bro.
It's not that serious. It's not that deep, as Loft would say. And
Tia Matt Riddle.
and
That's what
yeah,
you said.
right,
That's
right.
what I said.
He definitely has something before he came out here, because he was just not
Yo, me and Matt Riddle shared a weed brownie, bro. Stop playing.
he
kidding.
looked
I'm kidding.
baked.
I'm kidding.
He looked baked, and I'm not even sad to say that. He did.
Baked macaroni and cheese. Never mind.
So
I mean, Titus
Riddle
Taylor
says
hit
that
them up, bro.
Randy makes him
Titus
happy,
Taylor.
which means that they're going to challenge for the Raw Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam. MJ, I told you from the beginning, you never listened to me, and that's all I had to say. I knew this match was
So you know what?
start. I knew
I'm
this match was
sick
going to
and tired
happen
of you.
from the
I hate
beginning
when
of
you're always
August. I
right.
told
No,
everybody.
you're gonna shut up. I hate when you're always right.
From the
It's
beginning
not
of August, I
fair.
told
You're not
everybody
gonna
that
respect
Riddle
me.
and Randy
You're
Orton
gonna
were going to face AJ and Omos. Nobody believes me, and now it's happening.
Well, it's
So
weird when you only have
I think it was Real One that said. I think it was Real One that said, "Oh yeah, well the entire card's filled up already, so they can't add any more matches." They added 3 matches tonight.
Y'all really put Eva Marie on SummerSlam?
Hey,
Are y'all serious?
last week you said RK Bro was done. After he hit the RKO, you said that it wasn't happening no more, and now all of a
But I
sudden
said that we were going to get this match regardless.
Make it make sense, Phil.
I knew we were going to get this match regardless. And I said that. So you guys want to twist my words around, fine, but I knew this match was happening.
Calm down. Listen here. Calm down.
Don't
slap me.
Don't hit Phil.
So
I'll punch you in your chest.
So Bash off. What did you guys think about everything that happened right here after the match?
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not funny anymore.
Thank you.
Everyone in the crowd losing their mind. It's not funny anymore. I don't care that Matt Riddle smokes. I don't care that Randy is just a different character now. I don't care. Give them the tag team championships. Have them drop it. Have Randy RKO them for the last time. Have them have a blow-off match and get the both of them off my screen so I can stop seeing them hug every week. I'm tired of it. It's stupid and it's not funny anymore. It's overdone. Fuck
The
that
RKO
shit.
was real good last week.
Nah,
and
that
here
was
we
really
are now
uncalled
just
for.
kind of taking that away.
You're on call for it. Tell me.
Your lights on. Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Damn.
what I thought.
Say it.
Anyway,
That
You
is
gonna say it
really
again?
I will
not
say,
he won't say it
like
again.
that.
I will say, RK Bro and
So watch your lips,
Styles
love.
and Omos is like the only good match that seems
Shut
to
up.
be on the Raw side of the SummerSlam card.
Shut up.
Yeah, but after Randy RKO's him, like you're just gonna take a step back.
Right, because it's either they win, they get the tag titles, and then they're gonna get this massive push, or
They're winning.
they're
winning.
which it's obvious that they're gonna win it. But if they lose, then obviously Orton's gonna hit him with the RKO, and then it's gonna be over. It's gonna be faded, and then they're just gonna act like nothing ever happened. So
I don't understand how this can carry Raw. I don't like when people say that. Oh, Matt Riddle, Randy Orton carrying Raw. This is 3 hours of ass
look.
television.
well, you have to
And these
think
two
though.
Yeah,
For
that's
the
a
past,
good
characters
point,
now
for the
are
past few
carrying 3
weeks
hours
and
of Raw.
months
No, they're
now.
not.
For the
What?
past few weeks and months now, I mean, that's all that wrestling fans have been saying is that Riddle and Orton are carrying Raw.
I don't think people understand what the word carry means at this point, because carry means to make something better. If you think 20 minutes of Matt Riddle and Randy Orton is making 2 hours and 45 other fucking minutes better, then something's wrong here. Because the last time I checked, they weren't on the damn screen for 3 hours. They're only on the screen for about 30.
Last time I checked, Randy Orton wasn't even on the screen for 7 weeks.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't say that they were carrying Raw by any means, but they were the only things that were actually having me watch the show weekly. Because at that point, I love Randy. I mean, Riddle has kind of fallen off on me. Well, I'm not even going to say a lot. But they were really the only things that were captivating me to actually make me watch Raw every single week, because the WWE Championship has not been important for a very long time. The United States Championship, I mean, is held by Sheamus, and he has not done a single goddamn thing with that title. And the women on this show suck. So, what else am I supposed to watch Raw for?
Can I say something? AJ Styles, can you man up and just stop being a bitch about Paul Heyman joining Raw? Please.
I tell you, they need
He's
to
done with that. He's over with that now.
So bring him back on the show.
He's not even a part of Raw anymore,
hey,
so he has nothing to say about that now.
Hey, chat. If I said that they were carrying, please find
But
that
when he
clip.
goes to
and if y'all
SmackDown, he's
find
going to
that,
have to deal with Paul
I
Heyman
thoroughly
anyway.
apologize. Look, Michelle. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Sorry if I'm disrespecting you. My fault. But if y'all find a clip of me saying that they carried, then if y'all find me that, then that's tough. I'm caught in 4K. I don't give a fuck. But listen, it ain't like that now. It ain't like that now. And I even if I did say that, I always made sure to tell you that this Matt Riddle shit ain't funny anymore. And I kept saying that. So if I did say that, that's tough. All right. They ain't carrying no more. Because at the same time, if y'all understand what the word carry means, that's to make the whole product better. And Matt Riddle and Randy Orton are not making the whole product better. Because last time I checked, after they got off the television, it was still 2 hours and 40-something minutes of ass. I ain't gonna lie. So the fuck out my fucking face with that shit. I like Matt Riddle. I like Randy Orton, but both of them are better solos. So fuck that shit when people said that they fucking carried anything.
Let me ask you this. When in the world did you think that you would see Randy Orton at this point and stage in his career being a fucking tag team? At what point? Because the last time I checked, the last time he was in a tag team.
Well, no, nobody ever thought that he would be in a
Legacy.
tag team, especially with Matt Riddle.
No. It was the Wyatt family, actually. It was the Wyatt
That wasn't
family.
a tag team. That was a stable, and you saw how long that went. He burned the whole house down. Did the pose with the fire. You saw everything he has. He breaks apart. Rated RKO Evolution, even though that was more of an internal thing, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like you come on. It wasn't he tag team champion with John Cena at the time. I feel like he was.
No. I don't know.
I don't
Like he was tag team with John Cena for like
No,
a very
I
short
don't
time.
think they were tag team
That was Shawn
champions, but
Michaels.
they were
I
teaming
knew they
up
were.
for
I
a
knew they
few.
were
Yeah.
a tag team, but they
They were doing something together. I remember them being like not.
Because I remember it was like
I
Orton
there was
and
like
Cena
a
versus the whole Raw roster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was that
that's
time
exactly
period.
what I was
It was
bringing up.
09.
Exactly what I was going to bring up. It was like a 2 on 2 on
It's like a
20
2-on-50.
handicap match or something. I don't know.
They were getting destroyed, and then they came back and fucking RKO'd and after adjustment everyone.
Miles, what the fuck are you talking
Randy
about?
Orton is not a tag team wrestler. Of course, the whole RK Bro thing is not terrible. I'm not saying that, but I'm gonna put it like in sports terms. For basketball, when LeBron James carried the Cleveland Cavaliers, he made the whole team better, and they still fucking lost. So what the hell are these people carrying if the show is still terrible after they turn the television off, after they get off the camera? And then I see T-Bone and Moose coming there screaming at me. Are Matt Riddle and Randy Orton helping that? No, they're backstage now. They're not carrying.
No, you mean Moose and Teabag? I'm
Well,
sorry.
I hope you're talking about them
I had to say
2018
it, Phil, I'm
Cavaliers
sorry.
with J.R. Smith
Phil, I am sorry.
running the clock out in Game 1.
See,
I'm not even listening to you at this point.
Matt Riddle is an amazing wrestler. Randy Orton's Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? These two do
we
not
know
need
what
to
Randy
be in the
Orton
tag
is.
team.
We know what he is because he's been there, done that.
Yes, and Riddle's one of the best technical wrestlers, best in the whole freaking company. But you got him out here smoking. Oh, I'm high. Oh, it was funny when I first saw it. I was like, oh, this is something new. Now it's repeated, and now Randy's coming into it, and now it's going to be stupid. Now you're lessening Randy's career because now you think 20 years from now we're going to be remembering what Matt Riddle and Randy Orton did. Oh, they won tag team championships once. Oh, it was funny. They hugged. No, we're going to be talking about the other 25 plus years of him being dominant by himself before Matt Riddle even got there. And if you want to talk about Matt Riddle's career, I don't even think this Randy Orton thing is going to be a part of it because Riddle is so much more than that.
No.
But the fact that they're putting them together, and of course it's gonna catch on with the crowd because it's a funny thing. But when you have something like that that's that good, you shouldn't just force feed it to us for every time you turn on the show. You don't force feed stuff like that.
The crowd is looking for any glimmer of hope.
But you know that's what they do. They force feed you shit. They do it all the time. And I'm not trying to say it just to you, Loff. I'm just trying to say it to everybody. But you know that's what they do every single time. They force feed you shit to try to get you invested. But people like Loff here, and almost a lot of people at this point are saying like, no, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this shit happen. So get this shit off my TV and stop force feeding shit. It happens all the time.
Like they can make it good.
It does.
Damn, do they throw you the whole?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, he's intoxicated. Yeah, okay, we know what his character is. But God, why are you lessening both of their characters in the expense of a long?
Is
joke?
the referee blind? Is he blind? How
and you're lessening the man himself too.
Yeah.
You how did the referee not see that? Are you blind?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't want to be a buzzkill.
We were going over that.
Funny, but damn, if someone says a joke to you and they just say the joke to you every time, like imagine someone says a knock joke to you and you laughing hard as shit, right? Every time you see them for the rest of your life, they just keep telling the joke. Eventually, it's not gonna be funny anymore because you heard it 50 fucking times already. So how many times do you have to force a joke to us and it still be funny? It's not anymore. They don't have to do this. They don't. It's like it's so easy to book this, but they overcomplicate everything. And Vince is back there having the time of his life. But at the same time, you got other people who are watching this and they're like, why am I seeing this on my screen still?
Hey, Locke, can I ask you a question?
Maybe I'm tripping.
No.
Locke, Locke, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the missionary line, Jesus Christ, is getting old?
No, not right now. It's starting to get there because Roman said it and it was hilarious, and then he brought it up last week. If he comes out on Friday and says it again, then it's going to get to that point. But you only got 3 more weeks until SummerSlam, so he got. I give him a lenient period. And besides, Roman sucks on the mic anyway. So the fact that he had something gold like this, I'm happy that he's leeching onto it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if he just comes out after whatever happens to SummerSlam, if he loses or wins, if he comes out, oh, missionary, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get to the point where you know what I'm saying. But I don't know.
I know this is not a SmackDown review, but I do kind of want to bring up that segment one more time. But we've all seen. I mean, if you guys been on wrestling TikTok, you know a lot of people have been talking about that segment. I mean, Loff, you made a video on TikTok. I don't know if it was today. I don't know if it was yesterday, but you made a video on TikTok saying, "Oh yeah, about the whole mixed reaction."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get why this is an argument. Like, how are you arguing that? Okay.
Beats me. I don't know how in the world you can sit there and watch that and say Roman won just because he's Nikki Bella.
At the end,
fuck out my face.
And also, like, people are
At the end of
saying
the day,
John Cena
look.
lost because he had the same promo, but at the same time, didn't Roman pretty much praise him the whole entire time?
Yeah, Roman was on his dick.
And that's exactly what I
Like,
was
so my
just
thing,
gonna bring that up. I was just saying that to Love, and I said that.
It's
I
weird
said that
because
to
how
Love
is
in
your
his YouTube video when he talked about it there. I said that in his comment section when he talked about it on TikTok. You don't praise your opponent that's coming after your championship for number 17 when he's trying to break the world record for, well, not world record, for breaking the record of how many world championships you win. You do not praise the man. You say, hey, bitch, you're not winning my championship. I'm gonna kick your ass at SummerSlam, and
Well, I mean, he kind of did
I'm just
say,
gonna-
he said that you were good to win the
I'm just gonna
WWE
send you back to
championship, but not the
Hollywood.
Universal.
Oh, I even talked about that.
That right there,
Holy
that
crap, I
right
hated
there.
that line.
I hated that. I hated that line.
Oh,
I
wow.
hated that line because you're literally diminishing everything that Bobby Lashley has done as WWE champion. And I know they're pretty much just saying, drawing the line, saying, "Oh yeah, Bobby Lashley is way different than Roman Reigns." But you shouldn't be that. He's your world champion on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns is your world champion on Friday Night SmackDown. They should be the exact same level. But they're not.
Is,
and we know that.
How is your
because Bobby Lashley loses on TV. Roman Reigns doesn't. Roman Reigns doesn't even wrestle on TV half the time, but Bobby does, and he loses. So how? So how are they supposed to be the same when they lose and Roman Reigns doesn't even wrestle?
I'm still confused on the fact that
I'll wait.
How is your
because it's true.
character? How is your character? People are supposed to acknowledge you, but yet you acknowledge and ride John Cena like for the past 10 minutes. Like the only good line you have is the Nikki Bella line. That was gold. But
so
then what else?
And no, I don't. I didn't even really agree with that. I didn't even really agree with that because why bring up Cena's past failed relationships? Why? Why?
What else are you gonna say? What else?
She doesn't even need to be involved in this.
What else is Roman gonna think of?
And now she
doesn't even need to be involved in this.
And I swear to God, if I turn on Friday, I should have swear to God.
I swear to God, if she does,
if I turn on SmackDown and Nikki Bella comes out, this
I
is
swear
gonna
to
be
God,
really
bro. Oh my Lord. I will turn this show off, bro.
So
interject yourself into the storyline. Oh wow!
Apparently, she's gonna be at SummerSlam. I'm hearing.
So Loff, obviously you saw. Obviously you saw JD's portion of his review of everything, talking about how that segment went down, right? We're bringing up all the stuff that he said, but it's true. At the end of the day, he did not need to bring up Nikki Bella into any of this. Roman did. You didn't have to diminish Bobby Lashley as WWE champion when it's Roman Reigns and it's SmackDown, let alone Raw. So,
yeah,
I don't know. We're talking about Monday Night Raw here, guys. We will get back into it. I just wanted to talk about it because people were bringing it up.
One more thing to say, please. Phil, one more thing, bro. One more thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was I going to say? Hold on. I forgot what I was going to say. I lost track of thought.
And now you lost it. Somehow. Of course. You can't just say, oh yeah, one more thing, and then not even say it because you lost it.
Because I forgot what I was going to say. Stop now. Now I'm mad.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. If you remember it at any point, just stop me, and you can say what you got to say, and then we'll just keep moving on. All right?
Oh no!
But right now, I do kind of want to talk about this shitty situation.
I got it.
Okay, good. Okay. Good. At least you didn't do it. Go.
So, question: people are saying Roman. See, another reason why Cena lost because he repeats himself. It's the same old promo, but yet. That's his character though. Like Law said, that's his character. So and also I don't remember come on, bro. Now something that Cena said wasn't necessarily true.
It was the same shit, but Law was right.
Well, you have to think though. Yes, he said the same shit about Roman Reigns, but it's the same. He might be
the same Roman,
a different Roman Reigns. Like he might be the tribal chief Roman Reigns. He might be undefeated as this gimmick, but it doesn't change the fact of that he's still not the Roman Reigns that he
But
was
it's
4
still
years
Roman
ago.
Reigns.
Yeah, it's still the same Roman Reigns.
It's still Roman
the
Reigns,
same Roman
right.
Reigns of 4 years ago.
Now, I can agree with
Yeah,
people
no,
say
we're practically saying Law's video right in front of him because he did say all this stuff. So I do agree with everything that you said in that video. So great job on that video.
Thank you.
It's just, well, no, I mean honestly, because at the points that you were saying in that video, it was true. Yeah, sure. John brought up a lot of the same stuff that he did back in 2017, but Roman is still the same guy, regardless of the character that he's portraying, whether that was the big dog back in 2017 or whether that was the tribal chief that he is today. It's still the same Roman Reigns. Roman said it in the promo himself, which I also didn't really like because he's practically announcing his own downfall, saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm not the best on the mic. That's not my game. In the ring is my game. You guys, you can joust with anybody on the mic, and that's fine. But that's just not my game. Like, why downgrade yourself? You're a world champion.
And
stop
if it's not his
downgrading
game,
yourself,
why is he
saying,
not?
"Oh yeah."
Why
And
is he
here's
not
the thing,
training?
I said
with
this
his
in my
cousin, one of
video.
the best white guys ever. Like your cousin is right there. You can literally call Dwayne
I
or
said
Rock
this. I
Johnson.
said this in my video. You have Paul Heyman in your corner.
They
Go
should let
to
Paul
him.
Heyman talk. They should have had Paul Heyman talk, just like they do like with Brock Lesnar.
No,
They should let
no,
Heyman
because
talk.
Paul's not in there fighting.
Not
Paul's
necessarily
not
the whole entire time. Not the whole entire time.
Paul would
At
have
the
cooked
same
his
time.
ass.
Paul
but
Heyman is literally just an accessory to him at this point. If he actually talked every once in a while, maybe something could actually go down. Maybe he can actually learn a thing or two about how to do a promo. But who knows? Because no, Roman wants to do this on his own, which I understand. He's however old he is. I understand he's a grown man. But if you really aren't that good at promos, go to somebody, work on them a little bit, and figure out what you're doing wrong. That's just me. That's just how I take on it.
And that's probably gonna be the last time we get a Roman and Cena promo. I guarantee.
what's going to happen on Friday?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, shit.
I think they should run it back.
I don't think we're gonna see a Roman face
I
to
don't
face
think
again.
we're gonna see it
we're
on
seeing a
Friday.
Roman
I think
Cena
it's gonna be
face-to-face.
Roman's turn.
Wait, is
To
Cena
be
not going to
honest,
be on
I
the
feel
show?
like on Friday they're probably gonna have Paul Heyman.
No, I
talk
think
trash
Cena's
and
gonna
just
be on the
it.
show, but I don't think we're getting another face to face.
We're probably gonna get a brawl. Probably. Maybe.
I don't want a brawl.
If we get a brawl,
I'm just thinking, bro. I don't know. Possibly.
that's such the same old bullshit that happens every single go home show. Every single time we get some kind of brawl for the main event, and it happens
like
all
the
the
brawls.
time. Bash, I
And
know
so
you've been
walking around
quiet
with
about
Cena
this
with
because it's
championship.
not. I mean, Bash, I know you've been quiet on this because it's practically. I mean, we're talking SmackDown in a Raw review, but I mean, I did kind of want to just get into that. Did you have anything to say on the whole Roman Reigns Cena situation? Because I mean, at that point, I mean, obviously you saw it, hopefully, but did
Oh,
you
yeah.
have anything to say on it before we move on?
I just Cena, I thought, got the better of him. If you can come back, I mean, Cena's Cena though, but I mean Roman. You don't admit that you're not the mic guy on the mic, like, and then secondly, like, if you're going in on a mic versus mic promo battle, like, you gotta have your bars ready. Like, you can't expect just to win off of one line, and that's why when people are saying Roman won, I'm like, where? I'm like, what line was it? Because was it the Nikki Bella one? Because that's the only one that stood out to me. Like, you can't win a promo battle off one line alone, and that's why I'm like, there's no way it's Roman that won it. And yeah, you could say Cena might have recycled his old, Cena stitch, but it's all facts. And I mean, not all of it, because Roman has made SmackDown better, recently, but still, it's he's not the best Roman even yet that we could even see if he doesn't, put work in on the promos. And it just, Cena definitely, I feel, got the better. That's for sure.
I mean, last thing I want to talk about the whole Cena side of the promo before we move on. First of all, Roman did not drive Dean Ambrose out of WWE. I do want to say that right then and there. It was not Rowan. It was Dean. I mean, it was the creative team itself, because they literally had some kind of idea. It's practically like the whole Bray Wyatt situation. They wanted Dean Ambrose to go one way. Dean Ambrose wanted to go another. They did not really want to meet in the middle. So Dean Ambrose wanted out. Roman
I don't
and
even
Seth
know what to
were
believe
the
about that
only
shit.
two people. They were the only two people that actually begged Dean to stay. But no, he wanted out. He talked to his wife Renee, and he wanted out. He asked for his release, and obviously we got what we got. And since he had no compete clause, he was able to show up in AEW as quickly as he did. Now, he did not drive. He didn't drive Dean Ambrose out of WWE, in my opinion. I mean, he even went on a podcast and talked about the whole situation. So if you guys have not seen that, go try to find it. You'll see what the whole real story behind that was. Ruining Seth Rollins? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I mean, Rollins has not really been the same ever since 2018. And after the whole Intercontinental Championship run it had in 2018, didn't really have anything too stellar after that. So how is that Roman's fault? I don't know. It's somebody said Roman anime. One of our loyal guys says Roman should just be a silent heel. That's why I always thought that he was going to be when he got first paired up with Paul Heyman.
That's how Brock
But obviously
is.
that didn't really
Brock
happen.
was a silent heel. Like, he would rarely talk. You just have Paul Heyman say everything for him.
Right. And that's exactly what I thought that was going to happen when he first got paired up with Paul. But that obviously didn't happen. We saw Roman talk on the mic for the majority of the time. And now when it comes to this whole Cena thing, now we're pretty much learning, like, oh yeah, he can talk on the mic against any other person besides John Cena. And that's just it. He can talk. He can talk his game. But when John Cena's in the picture and when John Cena's in the mix, nope. All that goes right out the window. And yes, we all saw the CM Punk reference. We did. A lot of people didn't somehow. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that, like, oh yeah, that CM Punk reference went right over their head.
Yo, I don't know if it was you or Loft that I had to explain it to. Like, you remember, like, I think it was, I don't know who it was, but I had to explain it. Like,
I knew the CM Punk reference. Of course I did.
I understood it right when I first heard it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people on Twitter had no idea what that was. It went right over their head. I'm like, how? But it's them. All right, guys. But that's it. We're done talking about the whole Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns. We'll see what happens.
He's lagging bad. I thought it was me.
Me?
I mean, you're good now, but you was.
You were lagging, cousin.
Okay. My
Also, I have a
internet's
question.
been fucking with me all night.
What does this mean?
What's that?
This is what CM Punk posted on Instagram. Wait, come on, please show up.
Oh, I saw that shit. And from what I've seen, this is what I saw. So what I seen was 2005 is supposed to represent Ring of Honor. 2011 is supposed to represent WWE, and then 21 is supposed to represent AEW. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
because
in 2005 he was Ring of Honor World Champion. 2011, he was WWE Champion, and then
Right.
there's 21, which is AEW. So AEW World Champion, I don't know.
That's
Right,
exactly what this person said.
So
Please show up.
I
There we go.
mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
472. Keep going, man. Now back to Monday Night Raw, guys. Sorry about everything that happened.
We're not done yet.
Karrion Kross beat Jeff Hardy in under 2 minutes. Karrion Kross beat Jeff Hardy in under 2 minutes. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. You have a championship match this Sunday. You have a championship match this Sunday. If Jeff Hardy won, bullshit.
Okay.
Well, I
Here's my
wanted
problem- here's
Jeff
my
Hardy
problem
to
with
win, but at least make the match longer.
Or here's a thought: put somebody else in the ring besides Jeff, maybe. You know,
Yeah, no shit.
Maybe-
Well, then you
That's
said
true.
that Jeff was the
Alright,
one that did
that's
call him
true.
out.
To be
for
honest,
losing.
That's true.
I'm not mad that Karrion.
That's true. Yes. I will say that. I will say that. Yes.
We had a
Put
whole
him
Vince
in a
McMahon
ring with
voice
somebody
right
else,
there, bruh.
but he should. But
Yeah, it was kind of weird the way he did it.
whoever the match was going to be against, it should have been in under 2 minutes. Perfect.
Like,
because
give
Karrion Kross had
Karrion,
to win
let's say the
this.
Rondo. Give Karrion Grand Metal League. Give him somebody like a jobber. Don't give him Jeff Hardy.
And they said that Jeff Hardy wanted the rematch against him and got fucking obliterated.
and they jumped him before the
He
match.
got
Well,
attacked
listen,
before
you
the
have-
match.
you
and
have
then
Karrion
went
Kross
straight to the ring
defending-
and got put into a sleeper hold.
I gotta go to my
You're
school
having
today.
Karrion
I'm on
Kross
board.
defend the NXT Championship this Sunday anyway. It's a predictable, of course, Karrion's gonna lose, but you had to have him win in dominant fashion like he did tonight. Now, should it have been against Jeff Hardy? That I'll agree with. No, it should not have been. But you had to have him win in dominant fashion.
Oh no! All I'm
regardless
gonna
of
say
who
is
it's gonna
as
be.
I see Cross losing the title this Sunday. That's all there is to it. Now
Of
that
course
he's
he is.
obliterated
Of
Jeff
course he
Hardy,
is.
there's no way he's retaining the title.
Hold on. Anime.
No, everybody knows that he's
look
gonna
what he
lose the
said.
title.
Look what Anime said. There are so many people on the roster that don't show up on the Raw shows every week. So there's bound to be somebody that you can put against Karrion Kross that won't get buried. There's so many people on the roster. They only show 15 people a week. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee if Karrion went out there and beat, I don't know, who's somebody who is, I can't even think about it because we only get to see 20 superstars every week. You know what I'm saying? If Karrion went out there and beat one of Jinder's henchmen, people were like, oh, he got buried. People don't care about his henchmen. But at the same time, you have so many people on this roster that don't get shown on TV. So as soon as they see him on TV, they're not going to say they got buried. Or another thing, let's stop putting Karrion Kross on Raw before he is about to defend the championship, because you're still in a point where he can't really lose and he can't win because people are going to be mad either way. So how about just leaving him off and letting him rest for his match at TakeOver? Like, why are we forcing this right now? It's overcomplicated and it's forced and it's stupid. But
Yeah.
you don't have to do this stuff. You don't have to put Jeff in that situation. You don't have to put certain superstars that should be getting put in that situation. You have a whole roster full of people that are back there in catering, eating fucking whatever Titus made tonight. Steak, I think Phil said it.
Barbecue chicken
back there.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken.
Tenderloin steak, but mashed potatoes.
Or if you want Karrion Kross on the show, have him cut a promo and then walk out. Why does he have to do a match? Why? We know he's going to lose at TakeOver. I hope. We know he's going to get.
Everybody knows he's going to lose at TakeOver. There's no way
And
Samoa
what
Joe is
happens?
losing.
And then what happens if he retains? If he retains, then he fucking still continues
not
on the main roster
retaining.
with the title.
He's not
Bro, I
retaining.
feel like-
If
He's not retaining. Period.
No,
I hope not.
He can't retain, bro. Because I feel like if anyone's gonna
He's
beat
not
Karrion,
retaining,
it's
period.
Samoa
he
Joe.
can't retain, but if
Yeah.
WWE figures out some way for him to retain, it's gonna piss everyone off.
Yeah.
But he's not retaining.
Now
He's
I
not.
love Karrion Kross,
not.
but that's not the right decision to make him win and retain his title. Like, if anyone's gonna beat Karrion, it's gonna be Joe. Like there's no one else for him besides Samoa Joe. So
He's not retaining. Like, he's not.
You better hope not.
Raquel's gonna retain.
He's not
but
retaining.
Word.
not.
You better say it again. Say it again. Word. Say it twice.
He
Word.
better not
That's
fucking
facts though.
retain.
Raquel's
That's
definitely
all
gonna
I
retain the
gotta
title
say.
without a
Mordecai
doubt.
gonna get
I'm
her
gonna
head
be
knocked
pissed
off.
if they
Oh
make
God.
him retain.
Real one. Real one. Real one.
But
You know me.
You know
He's not
Charismatic
retaining.
Enigma. Carrion's not gonna retain.
I know he's not retained, but I'm just saying.
He's not.
I don't
There's
think
really
so.
people out here who think he's gonna retain.
Like someone in the chat saying Carrion's
Well, then those
retaining.
people are
He's not.
stupid.
Still,
People are stupid then. He's not retaining.
that is rude.
Rudefield.
Rufil.
Look,
I want Dakota to win. Dakota's not gonna win, bro. If Samoa Joe's gonna win, Dakota's not gonna win, bro. So sorry.
I don't know. I've
it's
been having
very rare
confidence
that
in
we get
Dakota.
2 new champions on a takeover. It's very rare.
Dakota's underrated. Give her
So
a
if
chance.
one of them's
Yeah,
winning, the
it's
other
just-
one's losing.
Yeah,
It's like
she's
Dakota.
underrated, but at the same time, Raquel's still that dominant person, so she's gonna retain the title. Like it's very
Of course,
rare.
Dakota's underrated.
for
I
us to have
I
two
have
new
been
champions.
a Dakota fan for years. I've been a Dakota fan for years. But if Samoa Joe's winning that NXT championship,
Yeah.
it's very rare that 2 people are going to be new champions at a takeover. Very rare.
Yep.
So if one of them's winning, the other one is going to retain.
Yep.
But we'll talk. We'll
if
probably
Dakota-
do a
and if
whole.
Dakota
We'll
doesn't
probably
win
do
it-
2 things.
And if Dakota doesn't
We
win
gotta
that
do
takeover, then she's winning it sometime later on.
We
down
gotta
the
do
line.
both takeover and
Oh,
some
yeah.
predictions, bro.
We're pretty much going to be doing takeover
And I gotta
and
find a way to watch
SummerSlam
SummerSlam.
predictions
How
in the
am
same
I gonna
video.
watch SummerSlam, bro? I gotta find a way to watch this stupid show.
What do you mean, Peacock?
I'm
Peacock.
not buying
I'm
Peacock.
not fucking.
Go on the P.
Well, that's the only way you guys are going to be able to watch it because WWE Network's not a thing anymore unless you're out of the US. So you
my
guys either have
father-
to get out of the
My
US.
father said I can't get it. I can't get Peacock, so I have to find something else.
You want
So-
my password?
Hey, you gonna for real?
Possibly. Like, hit my,
Well,
hit my
I mean-
people. I'll call you people. Don't make.
I mean, now we're sharing on YouTube that we're sharing accounts here. So,
Bill,
well,
Oh,
Bill, you got me up, bro. You got me up.
yo, Loft, just
I
Take
got
it
you,
down.
everyone.
Take the
I
line
got
down.
you.
Take the line down.
But
just hit me up, man. Just hit me up about that.
I was joking.
All
I was
right,
joking. too. I was do that.
Yeah,
I was
we
joking.
were joking.
I was
We was
joking.
definitely joking.
was joking.
We were joking.
no one likes sharing accounts here, all right, people? No one.
I was joking.
Yeah,
It's
No.
on YouTube, so we can't share.
Kidding.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kidding.
We was kidding. Yeah, Saul accidentally was kidding.
Unsubscribe to Peacock. Not
Y'all
our
better
channel,
not.
because our
Oh,
channel's the best.
If y'all unsubscribe, don't come back.
No, but for get Peacock though. Like I ain't gonna lie.
I can't though.
It's-
My father
It's
already said no.
$5. It's $5 a
Well,
month.
he already,
That's
someone
$5
already said
an
no, so I
ad.
can't get it. Someone already said no, so
Boo.
Boo.
So up next, we had this random tag team match that Charlotte said no to. So how's that work? Fuck this show. I can't. Like, Charlotte said no to it, but we still get it anyway. That makes sense.
for the main event though, really?
Of course, the main event.
Wow.
Of course, because Charlotte
Y'all are-
always has to be the main event. And here's the thing. And here's the thing, guys. I'm going to let you guys talk about this match because I honestly can't because Charlotte's in it, so I don't even want to talk about it. I'm surprised Charlotte took as many bumps as she did. There. That's my take on this match.
She
You
got
guys can
fucking
go
ass
have at it.
whipped.
Yo, Phil was so mad that Nia Jax was shaking her hip. That man was pissed. That man was. He was saying, "You should have blacked the screen."
Because
right there.
it's disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
You would say that.
I
First
hate
of all,
Nia
of course I'm
Jax
gonna say that.
personally.
Of course I'm gonna say that. Anyway, moving on.
Wait, what are you
guys,
talking about?
you guys can talk about this random ass tag team match that Charlotte said no to because I can't because Charlotte was in this match. I'm surprised she took as many bumps as she did.
You love
That's
Charlotte.
it. I
As
hate
much as I
Charlotte
can
with a
bear
passion,
Charlotte,
and you guys know
like
it.
Nikki, like
You
that.
love
You guys
I don't like
know
Nia.
it.
I don't like Nia.
That is your girlfriend.
Tell me I wouldn't change that match to Guy Fieri. Tell me I wouldn't. Tell me I
You was
wouldn't.
close to do, bro. You was close to do
Tell
it,
me
man.
I wouldn't.
Bro, this man literally said if Karrion
Tell me I
loses,
wouldn't.
it will change the channel for the rest of the night.
I would have changed that channel to Guy Fieri so fast. Tell me I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Guy Fieri is better than Monday Night Raw.
Facts.
Fuck
That's
it.
facts.
Even though I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry.
What?
Look him up. Look him up.
You
Phil
look him
is-
up.
Look him
Phil
up.
is
Watch
filled
Guy
with
Guy
anger, bro.
Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's
That's
the
a
best
Oh, I
good
show
know
on.
that show. I'm tripping. I know that
It's
show.
the
Yeah,
best
that's my
food.
guy.
It's the best
That's my guy.
Food Network show.
I know that
Best
guy. I
one.
know that guy.
Delicious.
Best
But
one.
I can't watch it though. 'Cause every
Tell
time
me
I
I
watch it, I get
wouldn't turn
hungry.
that channel.
That's not fair
Tell me
because
I
every time I watch that show, I get hungry and I get pissed off because I get hungry.
You
So
gotta watch it while you're eating, bro.
But I ain't eating what they
how
eating.
am I gonna eat a sandwich and then they over here mixing
Bash, I'm
over making
sorry that you've
T-bone
been so
stitches.
silent, but I'm pretty sure it's only because this show was that bad.
Oh no, yeah, I had nothing to say about that tag match.
Yeah, I mean I liked it.
I-
I'm not gonna lie. Nia Jax.
You like this tag team match?
Nia Jax though.
Why would she
You wanted to
sick
suffocate
bastard.
you, don't
You
you?
sick
Say
bastard.
like that. I know you are just disgusting.
So y'all are gonna call me disgusting because
Stop sexualizing the women. What's wrong with you, MJ? What's wrong
That
with
is
you?
not
I
what I'm
hate
doing.
her abilities. I hate everything about Nia Jax.
she's a terrible wrestler.
I'd
So I
rather
don't-
watch 3
don't
hours
put-
of
don't put that-
Charlotte
don't-
Flair
don't-
matches.
No, don't put that out here.
3
You're
hours
gonna get me
of
canceled.
Charlotte
Don't do that.
Flair.
Well, I told you so you don't get canceled. What the fuck?
Because now they're gonna now
I'm
they're
trying
gonna
to help
now
you.
they- now they're gonna
Go
show. You know what? Fuck that shit. Fuck that.
All right,
No.
huh?
I'm not gonna.
Watch out for you. Oh, he's dead.
This show sucked.
Hey.
I mean, let's just get that out of the way. It did.
Yeah.
You started off okay with Matt Riddle, Randy Orton, and that whole segment had AJ versus Riddle. I'm lagging again. Hold on.
I'm getting my ass
Am I
kicked
back?
on this game.
I'm back. You started off okay with that segment and that first match, but ever since that, the show sucked. It did.
Yeah.
Now, after all that, I mean, final segment, Bob and Bill came out. They're like, hey, fuck you. Coming after your title. You brought my son into this. Here's Gage Goldberg. He was like 25 years old at this point, even though apparently he's like 15.
He has to be 30.
He's got to be
I thought he
25.
was getting in the ring when he hopped the barricade. I'm like, oh man.
I mean, Goldberg speared Lashley, which didn't even look that impactful. It didn't. Corey Graves was spewing Vince McMahon lines as always, saying, oh my gosh, if we see that on Sunday, we're going to have a new Universal Champion, blah, blah, blah. Same old shit.
That weak spear, bro. Come on now.
It was a weak spear.
Very weak spear.
Very weak. Lashley was furious as Goldberg and Gage watch from the stage, and the show goes off the air. I mean, this show sucked. It sucked the life out of me. I almost fell asleep during half of it.
Same. For a go home show.
I mean, it's in the thumbnail of the video. The go home show for Monday Night Raw for SummerSlam literally almost made me fall asleep.
15 looks way better than I do.
Yo.
He can't be 15. He has to be 25. Has to be.
He's 32. There's no way in the world he don't.
He's got to be in his mid 20s or at least almost turning in his 30s. Has to be.
The way he hopped
Has
over
to be.
that barricade, oh yeah.
Oh no, it
He
took
made
no
Dominic
effort
look
hopping
like-
over that barricade.
Like,
Ridiculous.
He looks the same age as Dominic almost. Goddamn.
Yeah.
and Dominic's in his 20s.
Yeah, Dominic's
Half-
like 23.
Yeah. So, look, Monday Night Raw side of SummerSlam is gonna. Monday Night Raw side of SummerSlam is gonna be my bathroom break.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Oh yeah.
even most. All right, I do kind of want to go down SummerSlam because at this point, it kind of does have to be addressed. Nikki versus Charlotte versus Rhea. Bathroom break. Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. It's probably going to be about 5 minutes. Bathroom break. Let's see. Sheamus versus Damian Priest. That's probably the only match that I actually kind of want to see, and it's pretty much predictable that Damian Priest is going to be the new United States champion.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I mean, guys, we're going to be talking about our predictions on Saturday when it goes to SmackDown and NXT Takeover. So we will just say that, but I do kind of want to just run down the card. Drew McIntyre versus Jindal Mahal. That's just a bathroom break. Like, who really wants to see this match? Apparently, Veer and Shanky are banned from ringside. That's what it says here.
Oh joy.
Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss. I'm surprised this match is even on the card. Fuck this show. Why is this match even happening? And then AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro.
Why the fuck does Alexa Bliss still have this fucking bullshit of a gimmick?
God, real one.
Why?
You know why. You know exactly why.
And I don't give a fuck anymore. Just get rid of it.
It's not gonna happen. They're never gonna get rid of the Bray Wyatt gimmick for Alexa Bliss.
And where is Asuka?
They got the rights to it.
Out of the company.
Asuka's gone. Like, she is gone.
Asuka's gone.
She was my favorite on Raw. Where is Asuka at?
Like, she's gonna get future endeavored. And that sucks, but that's probably gonna be true.
That is true. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like Liv, Naomi, and Asuka are gonna get future endeavored.
No.
And that sucks for all of them because they all have
really good
great potential. Bray Wyatt, look, if Bray Wyatt sued, look, I'm gonna butcher your name as much as anybody else. It looks like Michelle, but if Bray Wyatt sued, he'd lose. He'd lose, mainly because they already filed the trademark for everything. They trademarked Let Me In. They trademarked The Fiend. So he can't even have that anymore.
Yeah.
So whenever he goes to anywhere else, he's gonna have to call it something else. He's gonna have to call whatever he does something else because he can't call it The Fiend because that's trademarked. He'd lose. And think of anybody else that's tried to sue WWE in the past. They've lost tremendously. So, do I think that Bray Wyatt should get what he deserves, and that is the gimmick that he created by himself? Of course that he should have this gimmick, but they're not going to let him have it. I know he made the gimmick, though.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I know he made the gimmick,
but they trademarked it. Which
but
means
they
got his permission to keep it.
So they got the rights. They got the rights. They got the rights to Let Me In. They got the rights to the entire Fiend gimmick. They even got the rights to the Fiend mask. So he's gonna have to have something else when he goes elsewhere. Which, I mean, was already teased on whatever he teased it on. I think he teased it in a tweet before Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
I believe that's what we did. I think that was covered last week's review. But I know it sucks, but it's okay. We can call him Michael. Okay. Sorry. We're calling you Michelle when you're a dude. Sorry. But guys, that was practically it for this side of the go home shows for SummerSlam. We got NXT tomorrow. We got Dynamite on Wednesday. I mean, technically we got Impact on Thursday, but we don't do
Who
that
watches
here.
that shit? Who watches that bullshit?
Well,
Well, never mind.
and then we got
Alexa
Friday Night
watches that.
SmackDown. We also got Rampage for Chicago on Friday, and then we got SummerSlam on Saturday, and then we got NXT Takeover on Sunday. It's going to be a
This
very
week
busy
is
week.
It's a whole
X.
week of wrestling. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's going to be an entire week of wrestling. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. The only day we're probably going to have off is Thursday because we don't do reviews for Impact. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Outside the Brand. This was your full show review of Monday Night Raw for your August 16th, 2021 edition of the show. I'm your host, Philly Met. You can follow me on TikTok at Philly Met. Okay. If you guys like this show, if you guys liked what we did here, hit the like button, please. I know I'm shilling for you guys. I know I'm pretty much just selling out right now, but we're pretty much having every single day on this podcast for this week, and I hope and I pray that this is going to be. I think this might be the best week of this entire podcast for this show. Because we're not only going to give you guys the best reviews that we can possibly bring you every single week, but we are just going to give it our all, and we will make this podcast go from, well, not obscurity, because this podcast is always going to mean something. But this podcast is going to rise up, especially within this week. So guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go tell your friends to hit that subscribe button. Come join the OTB fam. And that's all I gotta say. We'll see you tomorrow for NXT. We'll see you all this coming week for every other show that we got for you. We'll see you for the predictions. That's all I gotta say. Guys, go do your outros.
You already know who it is, man. It's MDK all fucking day. It's Nick fucking Gage. Or it's The Real NC. Catch me on TikTok at The Real NC.
Dispatch about the match. Make sure you hit that follow, subscribe button. I'm 1 subscriber away from 20 on YouTube. So batch about the match. Make sure you go hit that, man. Come on.
Sorry, y'all. I was tearing up because of freaking CM Punk. Y'all can follow me on TikTok at Intrigue Squad. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Y'all not getting no fucking hair review, so don't even fucking ask me for no fucking hair review.
All right, man. Young famous, you know what I'm saying? I hope all y'all had a good little chuckle, you know what I'm saying? All y'all go to bed, drink some water. If y'all in school, do your homework, man. Do your homework. I know your homework ain't done. You said watch the podcast.
Do your homework.
Is not done. Your homework is not done. Do that.
OTB instead of doing your damn homework.
Yes, do your homework. You got the school is first. But
I still got a summer assignment I gotta do, bro.
Well, I love y'all, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow for NXT.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for NXT. We love ya. Let's get this podcast. Let's give this podcast the best week that we could possibly give it. All right.
We have a busy week ahead of us.
Oh my god, I got a freaking.
But I know the
summer
OTB fan is going to support us, and we will make this week the best week for this podcast. 100%.
Wait, hold on.
Because we're gonna give it real. We're gonna give it our all. We're gonna give it real. It's gonna be good.
Almost forgot, y'all. Fade to black.
I want those items. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn on.
Thank you guys so much for
To
coming
be
by.
honest,
We'll see
to
you
be
guys
honest,
tomorrow for
I'm
NXT.
only turning down my computer brightness. To be honest,
I was about to
My
say, I
computer
think it's
brightness.
just the brightness in his computer.
Oh, you mother!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's
Oh, that's what it is?
Can I do that?
Yeah,
Did it work?
that's pretty much what it is. Like my room is pitch dark, bro.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I see it.
He got the TV and everything turned off, bro.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Lashley. Okay, that's it. I'm tired.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into Monday Night Raw. This was Outside the Brand, episode number 24, and we'll see you guys for episode 25 NXT. Don't you dare give me the middle
And if
fingers,
you
bro.
didn't
You're not
know,
so cold.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Hit row.
Hit row.